I'm going to use Vanna's Choice yarn for this demonstration. It's a worsted weight yarn, and I'm going to use a J hook. This is an Inex aluminum hook. Chain here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in double crochet, so I yarn over and I'm going to go into the 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from hook. I'm going to go under the top 2 chains. You can go under the top chain or the back chain, or however which way you want to do it. Now for my purposes, I want to have an increase here at the end, so I'm going to work a few more double crochets into that end. Let's go with 5. You would do whatever your pattern tells you to do. Now I want to push these over so that I can see where my next stitch is. I see my little loop there that tells me that's the end of that stitch. Now I'm going to work double crochets in every stitch across. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, and I have one more, 17. Now I'm going to make 4 more on this end because I made 5 on the other end. I'm working in that same stitch, the last one that I did, number 17. And that might be your number, whatever. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do one more. From here, I'm going to be working in the opposite side of my chain. Here's where I was. I worked my 5, then I worked the rest till I got to my 17th chain. Worked my 5. Now I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to go back into, this is the loop. See, this was my double crochet and I had 1 loop left. If you worked into the top loop only, you'll have 2 loops left. Doesn't matter. I'm going to work into that loop there. And I'm just working over my beginning strand so I don't have to sew it in later. It's going to give you twice as many stitches as you began with. Because you're working on both ends. You can cut that beginning strand. It's hanging at any time you want. And you feel like you've done enough. There's my beginning strand. I've done all of this, so I'm going to just let it drop and I'll cut it later. I'm working in that remaining strand. My last one before my beginning. Now I'm going to join here at the top of my beginning chain. because this was just a sample. Now, if I was to continue this, then I'll have to follow my pattern, and it will either tell me to join here, chain up, or it might tell me to work in a spiral. And if you're going to be making this piece bigger, going around and around and around, of course you're going to add stitches to this side, and you'll have to do that in the manner that your pattern tells you to do it. But for our purposes, that's how you work in the opposite end of the chain. Now, if I was going to continue round and round, I would mark either that this is my last stitch, or I would mark my first stitch, whichever made more sense to me for that pattern, so that I will know where my next round starts. Some people don't have to do that, but I do. I have to mark it, otherwise I get lost.